Hi, guys. I wanted to talk to you a little bit more today about how to use your CloudLibrary.com. So, that is the new website that we have available to us to check out ebooks and audiobooks through your library then. So, the first step is you're going to click on that link, yourcloudlibrary.com, which is found in your library Google Classroom page, or you can just search for it on Google. First of all, it has to know who you are. So we got to find our library. So we're going to go ahead and select our country. So we're going to click on there, scroll down and select United States. Okay. Then we're going to move over to select our state. So go ahead and scroll down and find Illinois. And then finally, you're looking for your local library. They do not mean Mount Zion Intermediate School. Now, we are part of the big Illinois Heartland Library System. And so that's what you want to find, Illinois Heartland Library System. So once you select Illinois Heartland Library System, it's going to go ahead and take us in. So once it loads, our first step is going to be, we've got to log in so it knows who we are. Remember, this is a system for both kids and adults throughout the state. So we want to make sure that it knows who we are. So step number one, we're going to come up to the login button. Okay. Now, first of all, we have to enter our library card ID. That is your school number. So that is your 41 or 42, whatever number. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and enter that number now. Okay, and then you're going to follow up with your password, your PIN. That is 1234, 1234 for everyone. So once you have your whole number, 41 whatever, or 42 whatever, and then your password or your PIN, 1234, you're going to hit the login button. The first time you use it, you have to accept the terms. So once you are in, it'll ask you if you want to save your password. You can select yes if you'd like to. That's fine. And we're going to go ahead and take a second and let it load then. Right. Once it is loaded in, you're going to be here in the featured section. So this is going to give you some examples, like these are new books that are available, books that are in the news, new titles for teens. So you can go here to the browse section. And it will allow you to come over here to the kids fiction. And once we let that load, it's going to give us just some of those books from that section. Now, for example, first off here, we have action and adventure. Okay. Now, you're going to see that there are some different markings here, right? So the ones that have the little headphones, those are going to tell you those are audiobooks. Okay. So those are ones that you can listen to. The ones that don't have that little headphone button there are going to be the eBooks then. Now, as you're looking through here, so you're looking for things that are interesting to you. So you kind of need to decide if you want to listen to it or if you are trying to read it then. Now, when you find a book that looks interesting to you, what you want to do is you can go ahead and select on it. So let's say, for example, this A Whale of the Wild looks interesting to me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it there. Now, so it's going to give you the title of the book, the author, some information, a description about it, so I can hit more there and read a little bit more. Now, some books are going to be available right away. And then some of these books, especially the brand new ones that just came out, they might have a hold on them, just the same way that we have a request list. So for example, this one is not going to be available until 123 days from now. That is way too long for me. Okay. So one of the things that I want to do is to go ahead and search for a book that might be interesting to me then. So when I start thinking about, so I'm going to look for a book written by Gordon Corman. So I'm going to type his name up here into the search box. So it's going to give me all of the results by Gordon Corman. Okay. Now, you can see there, so now you get to see the big long list. So these are, we have a lot of Gordon Corman books in our library, and he's a really great author. So I think there's some really good kind of funny stuff here. Now, any of the books that say borrow, those are ready to check out right now. Okay. The books that say place hold, that means that there's a line for it. Like, for example, Schooled is going to be available in 14 days. So maybe if you're really willing to wait, that's fine. But I'm going to look for something that's available right now. So I have always wanted to read the book Notorious by Gordon Corman. So I'm going to go ahead and click that borrow button then. So once I select the borrow button, okay, It's automatically checked out to me. That's all I have to do. So I get to read this book right away. You'll notice that it says expires in 21 days. So what that means is that I have 3 weeks to read the book. The book will automatically disappear from my account then after those 21 days. Okay. If I get done reading it sooner than that, I can always hit that red return button so it's available to someone else. But if not, it'll automatically go away. So there's no like overdue. You don't have to do anything else. If you need to keep it longer than 21 days, what you would have to do is come back in, search for it again, make sure there wasn't a hold on it, no one else was waiting on it, and then you can check it out again. So once I've selected it, I can go ahead and hit that read button. So it is going to go ahead and open up that book. Now, the first time it opens it up, it does take just a little bit of time sometimes for it to load all of those chapter contents. You're going to see that kind of working its way on the screen. So here's my book, Notorious by Gordon Corman. Okay. Now, as I'm taking a look at it, it's going to work its way through. I can use my arrow keys to go through the table of contents to kind of see where I'm at. And then this starts out page number 1. So as I can go through here. Now, I can go ahead and click up here where it says appearance. Okay. So first of all, I might decide this font size is a little small for me. So I might want to make it just a little, I can click the A and make it just a little bit bigger. I can also decide whether this is the default theme or whether I prefer to read it where it's black with the white letters, or the sepia where it has kind of that gray color. I like it more default. Single is if you're looking at one page at a time. Double is if you are wanting to read like both sides, kind of like you had the book opened up in front of you. I prefer to read it single, but it's up to you. Now, there's also different fonts that you can select as you're going through. So this is going to default here. There's a really cool font called Open Dyslexic. If you're somebody who sometimes struggles with reading, you're going to see this font sometimes makes it a little easier to read it then as you're going along. So that's going to be kind of your option. When I can click out of that, the one thing I want you to see is that it only shows you, so this is sort of whatever you can see at one time. You can go ahead and click, or you can use your arrow key and it'll automatically take you to that next section then. Okay, so this is a really great way to start. We'll be talking a little bit more about some of the other tools on here, setting bookmarks and being able to highlight things, but I wanted everyone to be able to get in and start reading. So enjoy.